Hey gang, it's Bryan from FXBilliards. Today I am going to show you two very simple drills that you can make as easy or difficult as you like. You guys see us doing drills on YouTube all the time, and usually what you're watching is an advanced player doing an advanced drill, and then you go and try it and you can't get through the second shot. That's understandable. 85% of you watching this are going to be intermediate players, and 90% of the people that you see doing the drills are advanced players. So I'm going to show you two simple drills that will help your game a lot, and you can make them more and more difficult, but you won't lose your confidence in the game and want to give up the sport altogether simply because you can't get through the drills and we make it look easy. There's thousands and thousands of hours that go behind what you see us do. And until you get there, these are the types of drills that are going to help you. The first one, I call it odd even. All you're doing is taking two odd balls and two even balls, putting them on the table. You should use 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put a money ball in the center. I'm using the 9. It could be the 8 ball. It could be anything you want it to be. Try to get these randomly back here. You don't want to make them too uniform, because then you become good at just shooting the balls in a uniform fashion. So you want it to be a little random. And what you're doing is you're going to shoot them in rotation, 1, 2, 3, 4. It simulates your need to get from one end of the table to the other. So if you're an 8-ball player, it comes up a little bit. If you're a 9-ball player, it's definitely something you have to work on. But even for 8-ball players, this is a good way for you to learn to get back and forth on the table. And especially, I know a lot of you guys are trying to transition into playing 9-ball as well. So let's take a look at this one real quick, and then we'll go to the next one. So we're on the 1, and we're going to shoot a little follow shot here, simply because we can. You notice the 2 and the 3 are pretty much straight in, but we need to get on the 3 ball in a way that we're going to be able to get back down table for the 4. So you take your ball in hand. When you get this position on the 2, you give yourself an angle that's going to allow you to give yourself an angle on the 3 ball as well. So I left myself a back cut so that I can come around the table, avoid the 9 ball, and get a shot on the 4. That'll look like this. Just barely nudged it. And now we're going to get back here to this rail to get shape on the 9. Guys, that's a Bryan Mitchell shot, okay? I was going to draw it back, come off this rail, and get shape on it. Again, this is a drill for intermediate players. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot a follow shot, come off that rail to get shape on the 9. That's another thing you guys should be careful about when watching us shoot on YouTube, is we have shots in the bag you might not have, and we take them for granted, and you probably will be a lot better off, actually, regardless of your level, you're a lot better off with the follow shot than the aggressive bank shot that I was going to shoot. I'm sorry, the aggressive draw shot that I was going to shoot. So anyway, we're through this drill, and you see how easy it can be. Our next drill is going to be even simpler. It is called 2 below. Now, before we get to the next one, let me just mention something. If you're an advanced player, do this same drill, but do it with 6 balls. The even balls at one end, the odd balls at the other. Make it a little random. You'll see it's not an easy drill. Most of you intermediate players are going to shoot that maybe 4 or 5 times before you ever make one. If you make it on the first try, excellent. Add a ball. But keep in mind, make these as difficult or as easy as you want, just so the principle is the same, where you're going back and forth. So let's look at 2 below. All right, this one is even simpler than the first one. What we're going to do is take the 8 ball, put it on the spot, and we're going to take 2 balls. It doesn't matter which 2 balls. You can just randomly drop them anywhere in the kitchen. The whole idea here is to play these 2 balls and get on the 8 for the 8 ball in one of these 2 corner pockets. The reason this is important is because as simple as it looks to play 2 balls down here and get position on the 8, it is not simple. You intermediate players, set it up. Throw these balls down here and just get them randomly. Or just put one here and one here and try to run them out that way. You'll find most intermediate players are going to have a difficult time with this. You're not going to run it 5 times in a row. If you run it 5 times in a row, you're not an intermediate player. I'm going to show you how simple it is. As you get better, you can add a ball. Those of you advanced players that are looking at this and saying, well, I'm out every time, what you can do is put a ball in the kitchen at the other end of the table so that you have to work from there, come back down and start picking off these balls. Only rule, you have 2 below the 8 and you keep them in the kitchen, but you want to play the 8 in either one of these corner pockets. So let's get a little random flow. Of course that ball was going to go all the way down there. So we'll push it back down into the kitchen and I'll give you guys an idea of one way you can run these out. It's very important when you are trying to make the balls random that you don't cheat yourself. Don't give yourself 2 easy shots with the ball sitting in the pocket. That's not real world, okay? I'm going to even make it a little more difficult. I'm going to shoot a draw shot on the 1 to get on the 2. And a draw shot on the 2 to get on the 8. Again, you can do anything you want to make this easier or more difficult. Don't go from 0 to 60. What I mean by that is, if you couldn't dunk a basketball on Tuesday, stop trying to dunk a basketball on Wednesday. Work your way up and make it progressively more and more difficult. 2 easy drills. You're not going to hate the game after doing these. You're going to get progressively better and you can do it at your own pace. Don't watch our drills and just decide, I'll never be able to do that. When you see us doing the advanced drills, we're showing you what you can be capable of doing. And intermediate players, you should be looking very close at how many of those advanced drills can you pull off and how far can you go. But don't lose your motivation to be a pool player because you see those things happening and you're like, I tried that, I can't do it. Get the easy ones down and then let yourself get better, because we did not start out doing semicircle drills and acid tests. They came years later. So thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell, guys. We've got a lot of really good stuff coming up this year, and I don't want you to miss any of it. Hit me in the comments. Talk to you later.
Oh, are we on the air?